Pulling it in. Make it go right. Pulling it in. The concept of pulling it in Scientology is based on the belief that individuals are responsible for everything that happens to them. In this ideology, or belief system, if something negative happens to a person, it is not viewed as bad luck or external forces, but as something that person has caused or pulled in due to their past actions, thoughts, or even misdeeds in a previous life. This concept extends to blaming individuals for events like accidents or even the most extreme forms of abuse, asserting that these occurrences are a form of cosmic retribution. Victim blaming. For instance, if someone gets hit by a car, they are told he pulled it in, meaning that they were responsible for it in some way, perhaps due to a past life where they hurt someone similarly. This is an extreme form of victim blaming, as it frames any misfortune as the individual's fault, regardless of the circumstances. Emotional burden. As a result, members of Scientology are often burdened with guilt for their own suffering. Complaints or hardships are met with responses like, "What did you do to pull that in?" This creates an emotionally challenging environment where members feel isolated and abandoned, unable to express their struggles without being blamed for them. Make it go right. Closely linked to the pulling it in concept is the phrase "make it go right," which places the responsibility on members to overcome any and all obstacles. L. Ron Hubbard famously stated, "The supreme test of a thetan is his ability to make things go right." In this view, spiritual success is measured by a person's capacity to control their entire environment and circumstances, no matter how challenging. Justification for harsh treatment. In Scientology, this phrase is often used to justify putting members in difficult or even dangerous situations. For example, Sea Org members might be given tasks they are completely unqualified for and told to make it go right. In extreme cases, this has led to people being thrown into chaotic or unsafe environments, with the expectation that they will somehow succeed, or it will be seen as their failure. Pressure to succeed. Members are constantly pushed to prove their spiritual capability by making things go right, even when faced with overwhelming obstacles. The phrase becomes a rallying cry for taking on seemingly impossible tasks without complaint or failure, reinforcing the ideology that failure is a personal shortcoming rather than the result of external factors. Emotional toll and cognitive dissonance. These two concepts, pulling it in and make it go right, work together to create a cycle of guilt and pressure. Members are not only held responsible for any negative events in their lives, pulling it in, but they are also expected to overcome these challenges no matter how insurmountable. Make it go right. This combination places enormous emotional and psychological strain on individuals, making them feel at fault for their own suffering, while simultaneously pushing them to succeed in impossible circumstances. Spiritual manipulation. These teachings perpetuate a sense of control by the organization, ensuring members internalize guilt for their own problems and rely on Scientology for solutions, all while reinforcing their commitment to its principles. Members' observation. As one former member put it, in the movie Going Clear, Scientology and the Prison of Belief, when you were in the organization, all the good that happens to you is because of Scientology, and everything that isn't good is your fault. In essence, pulling it in teaches members to blame themselves for their problems, while Make It Go Right pressures them to fix those problems at any cost. Together, they contribute to a culture of blame, self-censorship, and extreme pressure to conform, helping to make Scientology's system of control incredibly effective.